friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Ouroboros Tarot, and today we are going to be asking what it is that your person would say to you during this time of no contact. So I've already put the, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. So I have 3 crystals for you to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to figure out which crystal sits right with you and with your person's energy. And I will see you in a minute. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this smoky quartz crystal, then this is going to be your reading on what your person in no contact would like to say to you. So for today's reading, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle tarot. We'll get into that. After we pull tarot, we're also going to pull oracle cards. After oracle cards, we'll get into channeled messages. And then after channeled messages, I will pull some advice for you guys. So let's just get right on into it. What does your person want to tell you, pile 1? What do they want to tell you? We have the Fool. What do I want to tell you? Okay. We have the 2 of Cups, the King of Cups. Let's get some more. We have the King of Wands. What does pile 1's person want to tell them during this period of no contact? We have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, we have Death, and we have the Ace of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the Moon. Let me just make sure that all of this is in shot really quick. Okay. Pile 1. What does your person wish that they could tell you? So, I mean, right off the bat, let's just talk about this 2 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And what I'm sensing from this is that your person really wants to have some sort of renewal with you. Your person would really like to say, if they could talk to you right now, they would be telling you that they are really ready to bridge this gap, bridge this separation that is between you two, and really start working towards something more solid, more stable, something sustainable. I'm kind of feeling this energy of like in the past, things weren't in that energy that I was just speaking of about stability and sustainability. It could have been very passionate or very maybe not passionate. The passionate probably isn't the right word. It's like it was unstable. It was rocky, but it was like very emotional and full of feelings. And because of that, there was a lot of instability. There wasn't a lot of security in this relationship or in this connection when you two were in contact. And with the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles here, I'm really feeling as though your person wants to come together, make some compromises. And, you know, aces are all about new beginnings. I really do see a new beginning is what they want. And not only do I see it with this Ace of Pentacles, but I also see it with this Ace of Cups. And what's really interesting here is that we have an ending with Death and a beginning with this Ace of Cups. And then right above these 2 beginnings and endings cards, we have 2 Kings. And so what I'm getting from this is that your person really wants to share with you that they feel as though they really were run by their emotions in the past, and perhaps some of their decisions that they made were very emotional decisions, and they weren't the energy of this king in particular that I'm picking up on for this person and what they want to share is that they weren't necessarily sitting in their power. It's completely okay to feel your feelings, and it's very healthy to feel your feelings and acknowledge them, but it's not the healthiest for you to be ruled by them. And what I'm getting with this king is that this person wasn't really sitting in their power. They were sitting in the throne, but the emotions were ruling. They weren't ruling in this leadership, in this throne. And if your person could say anything to you right now, they would really acknowledge that is something that was very they're acknowledging that was a huge setback, and they really want to transform. And what they want to transform into is somebody who is still emotional. We have the Ace of Cups. This is an emotional new beginning. However, the King of Wands is a much more stable king in terms of making decisions not based on emotion. So it's like your person wants to share with you that they are working, or they would love to be given the opportunity to work on transmuting the energies that they have, who they are, not so that they can change themselves, because these energies are here. And I see the King of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Cups are all four of these cards hold the same amount of energy, or the same type of energy. It's just being like alchemized into something more beneficial and healthy, if that makes sense. So that's something that I also see here with this spread, this half of the spread. Another thing that I'm seeing with the Fool and the Knight of Swords is that they really do want, the Fool is again a new beginning. And while I see them wanting to have a new fresh start with you that is stable and sustainable and slow moving, they don't necessarily want to wait for forever and kind of like hope that you two come across each other again. The energy that I'm picking up on here is that your person really wants this to start now. Like, they've realized this, and they really want to start working on this now. They want quick changes coming into this connection, and they really don't want to be led by fears. They really would just like to take that leap of faith and come rushing towards this. And really, with the moon here as the bottom of the deck energy, you can see it even further. All of this illumination of what your person has realized during this separation. And in it, they're recognizing that perhaps a lot of their fears were getting in the way. There was a lot of need to control in order to feel safe. And for this to be the all-encompassing energy of everything else, it's like this is being illuminated. Your person is really, really understanding themselves on a much deeper level, and they've really gone through some shadow work here, is what they would like to tell you. But let's go ahead and we'll also pull a few oracle cards for you just to get a little bit more information of what your person would like to say. What else would pile one's person like to say to pile one? Okay, we have hunger. What else would pile one's person like to say? We have movement. Yes. We have success. And I'm going to go ahead and get one more of these. What would pile one's person like to say? And we have mystery. So how interesting that all of these cards speak of the energy of these cards is just amplifying everything that we've just talked about. With mystery here, it's the same energy as the moon. It's things that you're unsure of, fears of the unknown coming into light, being illuminated. And I think that this card is really acknowledging that your person has a better understanding of what has happened, what has transpired between the two of you, and while of course they recognize that there is no ability to look into the future and have a guaranteed happy ending, they are willing to start going with the flow of life's mysteries rather than trying to control them or manipulate them. And then we have hunger, movement, success. There's this hunger, and it's coming out right over this Fool and the Knight of Swords. There's this deep desire for you. Your person would say that the desires that they've had for you and the feelings that they've had for you have not gone away. If anything, they're just hungrier and hungrier for you. And then we have movement, and it's the same energy as the Fool and the Knight of Swords as well. This rapid energy, this need to come together, this need to really start making changes, taking action. And really with success here, what I'm picking up on is that, with success and mystery here, your person really feels as though with the knowledge that they have gained, with the insight that they have earned in this separation and in this introspective period, they feel as though they really could, if they were given an opportunity, they really could make things right, and they could really show up for you this time in a way in which they couldn't before. That is what they would like to say to you. But I'm also going to get 2 of these oracle cards just to make sure we've covered everything. What else would pile 1's person like to say to pile 1? Okay. I'm just going to grab the top one. We have trust. Yes, again, with this need to stop blindly, to stop trying to manipulate their surroundings. They're really starting to trust themselves, to trust just life in general and the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows. And they're also just starting to trust this connection and trust you. And if, this is something that you don't want, I think that they're acknowledging that they should have really just gone with the flow and enjoyed this while they could have. One more, please. And we have friendship. Okay, so for some of you, this could be because with the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, some of this sustainability that I'm talking about might be your person wanting to come in offering friendship at first to try to slowly build towards a stronger connection. But also I'm really sensing that they, with this friendship card, they truly do value you, not just as a lover, but also just as a partner, as a friend. And the energy that I'm getting from this is very sweet. I think your person would like to say that they miss you, and even if they couldn't have a relationship with you, if that's not something that you want anymore, some sort of romantic partnership, they would love to be your friend. They would. They miss you. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get some channeled messages. What would you like to say to pile 1? What would pile 1's person like to say to pile 1? Okay. I've changed. Yes, I see that. Nothing serious. Very interesting. And for it to come out over this trust card, like I feel like it's almost like them trying to express to themselves and to share with you that they are not trying to take life as seriously anymore. They're really just trying to have this Fool energy this time around. Let's keep going. What would pile 1's person like to say to pile 1? I've learned so much. I'm going to get 2 more. What would pile 1's person like to say? Oh, I need to let you go. Right over friendship. Yeah, I think for some of you, what I was picking up on is that you don't really want some sort of romantic connection anymore. And if that's the case, I think that your person really is acknowledging that they would be they would feel lucky to even have you as a friend because they think you truly are such a wonderful person. And then no, right over mystery. I think that this person is going through a lot of changes right now and is going through a lot of self-reflection. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull you 2 cards from the Getting Into the Vortex deck for some advice. What advice is there for pile 1? Okay, we have, I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. And then it says, you cannot rid the world of things that bother you. You have got to rid your vibration of things that bother you. And when you rid your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want, but you have to take small steps in it. Okay, there's that, and we'll get one more for you guys. What advice is there for pile 1? We also have, by default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. Many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attraction is not done by deliberate intent, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, and chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite or ask for matching experiences. The law of attraction makes it so. I'm going to flip this one over actually. But pile 1, this is what I am seeing for you guys today. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear more about what's going on in the comment section down below. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to email me at the email address I've listed in the description box. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video. Bye! Hi pile 2, if you chose this amethyst quartz, then this is going to be your reading on what your person would say to you if they could talk to you right now during this period of no contact. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle tarot and pull some cards. We'll read those. Then I'll grab oracles. We'll shuffle some of those and read that. Then we'll go ahead and get into channeled messages. And finally, I will pull advice for you guys. So let's just go ahead and get right on into it. What would pile 2's person like to say to pile 2 if they could say anything? Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all of these are in shot after I shuffle. We have the 10 of Cups, the Hierophant, okay, we have the 7 of Wands, we have this, oh, okay, we have the Star, the 6 of Swords, okay, we have the Page of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune as the bottom of the deck energy. So let me just go ahead and get these all okay. Pile 2. What would your person tell you if they could tell you anything right now? Well, pile 2, I would say I'm going to go ahead and start with the bottom of the deck energy. So this bottom of the deck energy really influences the rest of these cards. So I would say that like one of the main energies that your person is in right now is of just trusting the flow of their life and really just going with the flow, if you will, and just hoping for the best. I would say that they don't necessarily have like a set plan per se. Really all what it comes down to is them just wanting to enjoy life and see where it takes them. With the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Swords, what I'm getting here is that your person is acknowledging that there was some conflict, and I don't think it was anything like really insane. Of course, you guys are in no contact, so it could be, but in the eyes of your person right now, this isn't something that is like completely overwhelming or like burdensome. Perhaps it was in the past, but your person doesn't see it that way anymore. They're seeing it as something that's like frustrating. There was some frustration and like some bickering, and with the 4 of Swords being right underneath it, your person really wants to let you know that they are tired of doing the same thing over and over again. They're tired of this fighting, and they're not really sure how to fix it, and therefore they are recovering, recuperating, resting, being very introspective, and just kind of taking time for themselves right now and really trying to heal from that. Then we have the Hierophant and the Page of Wands, and I'm getting this energy of your person feeling very confused about what it is that they want. And I also picked up on it with this Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant is all about higher learning and spiritual development and doing things the right way, doing things how they've always been. But the Page of Wands is all about adventures and redirection and looking out further and seeing what else is out there. And I think that your person is really, they want to acknowledge that right now, I don't think that they feel as though they can really give you what it is that you deserve at the moment, because they don't really know what they want, for one. And for 2, they recognize that that isn't really the right way to go about a connection like this. And I feel like we're going to get more information once we pull the oracle cards, but I'm feeling right now like your person is really seeking calmer waters, and they're recognizing that perhaps even a lot of this bickering had to do with them not being able to show up for you in the way that you wanted, and they think that you deserve the world. They think you deserve everything it is that you want. And I'm seeing that here with this 9 of Pentacles and the Star. But I'm also seeing with this 9 of Pentacles and the Star some solo energy on their end. The only images we have of people combined in cards are this 10 of Cups and this 6 of Swords. And, in the energy that's influencing this 10 of Cups, it's people moving on. And I feel like right now your person is trying to figure out what it is that they want, and they see you as somebody who is just so beautiful and abundant and so worthy of everything it is that you want, and they see that you could have that with anybody that you want, and for some reason you've set your eyes on them. And I feel like with this Star, they feel almost like some pressure on your end to be your wish fulfillment, and they just can't right now, and they're acknowledging the letdown of that. And this in no way is them saying like they're sick of you or they don't feel any feelings for you. I'm just sensing the disappointment on your end, and they're acknowledging that. And I'm also sensing the feeling of not being worthy, for one, and maybe it's not even being worthy. Like I don't feel like your person doesn't feel like they deserve you. I feel like your person feels as though they owe it to themselves to do the work that they need to do in their own life, and that they want that to come first. But let's go ahead and look into the oracles. Maybe we'll get some more information with that. What does pile 2's person want to tell pile 2, if they could tell them anything? Okay, we have anxiety. We have consciousness. And we have space. Okay, and then 2 more popped out, so I'm going to take them. And then we have intuition and protection. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling with anxiety here that this is something that keeps your person up at night. It's like they don't know what they want, but they also know that they love you, they care for you deeply, and they don't want you to be upset with them in any way or disappointed with them. They have other things that they need to do right now. And for space to be here, I think this is them acknowledging that they would like a little bit more space. You know, consciousness and intuition here, right in on both sides of this, is really indicating to me that the space that they're needing right now is for spiritual growth, for them to gain a better understanding of themselves on a soul level and on their soul purpose. But then we have protection here as well. And I think that this really is a message for you that your person would like to share with you, in the sense of like, they might not necessarily view this connection as like completely over. And they might also be viewing this connection as something that how they're acting right now is in this connection's best interest and in their best interest. And I think that they're acknowledging that if they're putting themselves first, and this is something for you too, you should always put yourself first before you can show up for other people. And right now this person is having to put themselves first. But that doesn't mean that they don't see value in this. Let's keep going. We'll get some more oracles. What else does pile 2's person want pile 2 to know? Okay, we have new moon. We have stormy. And we have good fortune. Okay, so this is very interesting. What I'm getting from this is that your person is acknowledging that they are going for a lot of you, your person is going through some sort of dark night of the soul, and your person in this spread is acknowledging that they aren't in the best of headspaces right now, and they're really trying to work through something that has nothing to do with you. And then for new moon to be here and for good fortune to be here, I feel like your person is acknowledging that in this storminess of their life right now, in this chapter of their life, is coming darkness. But really all that is a new moon. And in new moons you can set intentions, and the intentions that they have are to eventually have good fortune. And for protection to be here too, I really feel like they're hoping that with time good fortune can come upon both of you together as a partnership, or as a in some sort of union. However, no matter what I'm feeling is that they wish you good fortune just as much as they do themselves. Okay, let's go ahead and get into some channeled messages. Ooh, goodbye. Yeah, I feel like they really need some space right now. Okay. I don't want commitment. Yes, I was picking up on that too. They just can't show up for you right now the way that they think you deserve. Okay. I feel jealous. Well, that's that's unfair. Let's get 2 more. We also have I've changed and right person, wrong time. Yes, I'm really picking up on this, like not necessarily wanting to let you go entirely, and like wanting to hope that in this space you two can come together again at a different time when this storm isn't looming over their lives. Okay, let's go ahead and get you. Oh my God. Oh, this just flew out. I love you. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few advice cards before the end of our reading. What advice is there for pile 2? Whoops, well, this one came flying out. It says, I have complete control over my own thoughts. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you can explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. You have no real control of what anyone else is doing with their vibration or what their actions for that matter, but you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions, and points of attraction. Okay, I'm going to get one more. And we have, I'll not ask others to become different for me. Let your vibrational relationship escrow percolate and give it your undivided attention so that you become a vibrational match to it. And then when the law of attraction brings all of it together, there are not any bugs to work out. Do not ask the person who helped you to define what you want to become what you want so that you can have what you want. Instead, use your willpower to focus upon what you want, and then the universe will bring you what you want. Okay, pile 2. Well, this is where I am going to leave this reading today. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear more about it in the comment section down below. If you are interested in booking a private reading with me, please feel free to email me at the email address I've provided in the description box. And hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you again soon. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, then this is going to be your reading on what your person would say to you if they could say anything during this period of no contact. So first I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and pull oracle cards, or tarot cards, and then I'll shuffle and pull oracle cards. Then we'll get into channeled messages, and finally we will get into some advice. So, pile 3. What does your person want to say to you? We have the 5 of Swords, oh my goodness, Temperance. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, the 10 of Swords. We have the Star, the 6 of Swords. Oh my goodness, okay. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. And on the back of the deck we have the Fool. Okay. Let me make sure that this is in shot really quickly. Okay. Pile 3. Your person is acknowledging a major fuck up. And Yeah, they're acknowledging a huge mess up on their part. Your person would like to acknowledge that they behaved in an incredibly selfish way that was probably deemed as a betrayal in your eyes. And if not a betrayal, it was selfish and very deceptive. And what I'm getting from this is that your person really would... I don't know. Like, okay, so in all honesty, your person's acknowledging that there was error on their side of this connection. However, they're really trying to cop out right now in showing remorse, or maybe not. It's kind of a funky energy that I'm seeing here that, like, I don't really like. But I'm gonna, so I mean, like, if this isn't something that you want to hear, perhaps, click off right now, because I'm just gonna dive right in. I feel like your person is trying to say that they acknowledge that they acted in a very selfish way, but, and here's the but that I've been feeling, they, instead of just accepting responsibility, they're giving you an excuse. And the excuse is that whatever it was that they did that was deceptive or selfish, they weren't thinking things through. They weren't thinking very clearly. They felt as though they were under a spell almost, like, and what they went after seemed to be something that it ended up not being. Like, it seemed like it was too good to be true because it was too good to be true. And they're acknowledging that in doing this, and with this Seven of Cups here, the feeling that I'm getting from it is that they really were, like, I'm kind of getting like playboy energy, or just like somebody who is not fully present in this connection. And they are acknowledging that them keeping all of these options open, or looking elsewhere, or turning outside of this connection is the cause of this end. And they feel like they're seeing you right now. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, and right below it is this Nine of Pentacles. And, the Nine of Pentacles comes right before this abundant energy of a legacy, and starting and like having a family, and seeing your family grow generation after generation, and just this ultimate stability and peace. And what they are seeing, what they're acknowledging, is that this, like, broke up a happy home almost, like, that it's reversed. However, you didn't fall, you didn't have like some sort of fall from grace because of this, and you didn't go into shambles. Like, it's not like you completely fell into like this like Five of Pentacles energy, where you're just like out in the cold. You just like, we're like, oh, okay, you're gonna fuck this up. I'm just gonna go sit in my garden and be in my abundance and be beautiful and get everything that I want. And now it's not you. I don't want you. And this is something this is something that they're just showing me. I'm not really picking up on their feelings, but it must be heavy on their mind if it's showing up as what they want to tell you. They're acknowledging that you're sitting in your power. And, they're not, quite frankly. I think that they're still in this Seven of Cups energy. This whatever it was that they duped you on, or whatever it was that they were really selfish with, didn't work out in their favor. But then we have Temperance here, and the Six of Swords. And Temperance is a very healing energy, and the Six of Swords is also very healing. But what I'm getting from this is that your person would like to acknowledge that they think that healing needs to be done separately. I think that they, even in this skirtish energy where they're just trying to like dodge responsibility, or like actually just own up to what they've done, even in this, they can acknowledge that them being in your life in any way wouldn't actually be helping you heal. I don't know if they would say this, their 3D selves would say this, but their higher self is saying this. And so for the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, which is the energy that encompasses the rest of this. And I think that your person is acknowledging this huge fuck up, and they would like to learn from this. I feel like they really would. They've lost something really truly special. However, the energy that is being brought about in this spread is a new beginning, and it's a new beginning separately. And I think really what I'm getting really heavily with this Fool isn't necessarily them wanting a new beginning where they're just la-di-da-di-da, like I don't care that like this is over now and I can go do whatever I want. Like that's not the energy. What I'm hearing, and I've heard it several times, is I wish you the best. I don't think that they think that they deserve the best, but they know that you do, and they wish you the best. But there's more. We're going to also get some oracle cards for you. What would pile three's person like to say? Okay, we have isolation, strength, energy, and we have hunger. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that your person is seeing you as somebody who, in this separation, in them wronging you, you have come out on top. You have come out with just like this immense amount of strength, this immense amount of abundance, this ability to really just take your life by the reins and create whatever it is that you want, you know, and drive it wherever it is that you want it to go. And your person almost wants to, I feel like they want to acknowledge that they recognize that you have leveled up, and they're also recognizing how much they were holding you back. However, then we have isolation and hunger. I think that they're also realizing that really they only hurt themselves. With isolation and hunger here, it's like they feel this loss. They feel very, very lonely right now, and I don't think that they were expecting to feel this lonely. I think they're kind of kicking themselves right now at their stupidity and at their tunnel vision, or at their short, you know, like their short-term vision. They weren't thinking long-term, and it's really come back to bite them in the ass. Let's keep going. So there is remorse here, I would say. And then we have healer, and we have divine masculine. Okay, so I think that this person would also like to thank you, and I feel like they really recognize you on a soul level, and I think that you probably recognize them on a soul level in terms of you guys have some sort of soul contract together. And really what I was picking up on all of this was that this is some sort of connection that you guys shared in order to jumpstart your own healing, in order to realize who it is that you are. And I think that you are much further along on this path, but I think that your person really wants to acknowledge that this connection, even though they haven't healed, and they definitely have a lot more introspection to do before they even come close to really even starting that journey, is that this connection is really going to force them eventually, once, you know, more introspection is done, they're really going to realize the error of their ways, and in what ways they did not show up for you as a divine counterpart. I think that they feel very powerless right now, and I don't think they've ever really known how to show up in a divinely masculine energy. And this is something that they're really going to have to start navigating through now that this connection is severed. But let's keep going. I'm also going to get some channeled messages. Yes, we have thank you. Yes, I picked up on that. And I also saw I need space. Okay. I don't know what I want. Yes, that's for sure. Oop. Oh my God. Where did it go? Okay. Ah. Okay, a few want to come out. I forgive you. That's interesting. Maybe there was something that you did as well in reaction. But it also could be them talking to you as if they're talking. It could be them talking to themselves, learning how to forgive themselves. Let's keep going. Okay, and I wish I could take it back. Okay. And finally, pile 3, we're going to go ahead and pull you guys some advice. What does pile 3 need to know? We have, I have complete control over my thoughts. This also was advice for pile 2. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. You have no real control of what anyone else is doing with their vibration, or with their actions for that matter. But you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions, and point of attraction. Okay. And we have, babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Even though you are only months old in your physical body, you are a very old and wise creator focused in a baby's body, and you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that a child is not yet offering words. The child could not be the creator of its own experience, but it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reasons for what they attract, even from their time of birth. What I'm really getting from this card in particular, is just further acknowledgement that this is some sort of soul contract. Like, this was something that you guys agreed on, and right now it might feel shitty and you're wondering what the heck happened, but I feel like your souls, and if that doesn't resonate, that's probably just not a message for you, but I feel like for a lot of you, you guys made some sort of agreement prior to this life in order to experience healing, and for this person or for you to experience stepping into your divine masculine. But pile 3, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. If it resonated, I would love to hear more about what is going on in the comment section down below. If you'd like to book a private reading for me, please feel free to email me at the email address that I've provided in the description box. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that I will have the opportunity to read for you again soon. Bye!